What's up, homies? This is Doug, and today I want to be talking about synergies combos, synergies and/or combos you can do in standard. Some of them will rotate, so you have until I think September, so it's like 2 months from now, to enjoy and use this. But the first one is Hanato and March of the Swirling Mist. So Hanato says spells you cast cost one less to cast for each target. March of the Swirling Mist for a blue and X up to X target creatures phase out. The X doesn't specify colors, so it is a colorless, and it does get reduced by Hanata. So you can use this offensively before your opponent declares blockers. March of the Swirling Mist, exile their block or phase out their blockers. Defensively, if you're about to get killed, pay the one blue, exile their whole board, or phase out their whole board. Sorry. You can also use this as a protection spell. Your opponent's gonna board wipe, just phase them out. Really easy to do, really fun to do. I would recommend using it in the Hanato deck. Up next, we got Teferi, who slows the sunsets with a Lithoform and Accomplished Alchemist for infinite life and or mana. If you have a land or elf or a creature that taps for 1 mana, it's technically infinite life. But if you have one that produces 2 or more mana, you can have infinite mana as well, which is good for Hydra decks. But pretty much you +1 Teferi, choose up to 1 target artifact, target creature, target land, untap the chosen permanents you control, tap the chosen permanents you don't control, you gain 2 life. So you +1 Teferi, you then copy that ability with Lithoform for paying 2 colorless, tap Lithoform, copy target activated or triggered ability you control, you may choose new targets for the copy. And in order to pay that, you would tap 1 land and 1 creature. Teferi would then untap all 3, the land you just tapped, the creature, and Lithoform. On the stack still, you copy it. With Accomplished, since you gain 2 life, you add 2 mana. The next combo, you would 4, 6, 8, infinite mana. If you have one that, once again, adds 2 or more, you can start copying that because of the land. And on top of that, you just gain the 2 life. So if you don't, you just gain infinite life, which against aggro, that's what you want, Other than that, it's a really nice, sweet combo. It's a little expensive, 2 4-drops, 3 4-drops, and then 2 for the Lithoform. Up next, we got Masquerade Nexus and the World Tree. Masquerade says creatures you control are every creature type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. The World Tree states, for a white, white, blue, blue, black, black, red, red, green, green, sacrifice the World Tree, search your library for any number of god cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So how this works is the World Tree, as long as you control 6 or more lands, basic lands count, even if they're the same color. So in a mono anything deck, it would still work. Lands you control have add 1 mana of any color. So you pay the 10 mana, you sack it. Thanks to Masquerade Nexus, every card in your deck is now a god card. Or creatures, I think there's some enchantment, but you pretty much just bring them out onto the board. For 10 mana, you bring out every creature in your deck. That's a really good combo. Pretty simple. It does require having 10 mana, and you could wrap up to it, but up next we have Riveteer's Ascendancy with Even Death, Dracolich, and Dockside Chef. Riveteer's Ascendancy says whenever you sacrifice a creature, you may return target creature card with lesser mana from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Do this only once each turn. You can do this on your opponent's turn, which is how you can save your Dracolich from getting exiled, or just flashing him onto your opponent's end step and still getting a creature in return. But pretty much, with Even Death Dracolich on board and a sack outlet like Dracolich, how this works is you sacrifice Dracolich, you bring in a creature thanks to Riveteer's Ascendancy. You do draw a card for Dockside Chef, but you do have to pay 2 mana. On your opponent's turn, the end step, you would sacrifice that creature. If you do have a valid target of 3, 2, or 1, for a Thopter, you could bring in another creature. But pretty much, we just sack the creature, draw a card. Even Death says, you may cast Dracolich from your graveyard if a creature not named Even Death Dracolich died this turn, which they did because of Dockside Chef. You would pay the 4 mana, bring them in. It does cost 8 mana to keep using this, 2 for the original Dracolich, 2 for the new creature that came in, and then the mana cost for Dracolich. So once again, it's 8 you're paying, but with Riveteer's Ascendancy, you're getting value by bringing these creatures in. You're drawing cards with Dockside Chef. Dracolich comes in with flash, tap of course, but it's your opponent's end step, so you can just untap on your turn and then just swing. 5 mana, flash, it's pretty good. you could sacrifice it when your opponent targets it. So even if you don't attack on your turn, you still save them and you still get the Riveteer's Ascendancy effect. So pretty sweet, pretty combo-ish. Not like game-winning combo, but it is a really good synergy. And that is my synergies and combos. Have fun in the standard meta. Don't break the game. If you think of anything that deserves to be on the list, or you think it's fun playing, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to play it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe in the video. It really does help. And have a nice day.